A plain sheet of brown cardboard on tired earth seems lifeless, but it sparks a quiet transformation. As dew and rain soften the cardboard, it melds with the soil, signaling a hidden world to awaken. Earthworms rise, drawn by moisture and the promise of food, tunnelling and aerating the ground. The cardboard shields the soil, conserving moisture and creating perfect conditions for microscopic life. Bacteria and fungi begin breaking down the cardboard, enriching the earth without any digging. Weeds, deprived of sunlight, wither away, their roots add in organic matter. The cardboard doesn't fight weeds, it simply outsmarts them, fostering a haven for soil life. Over weeks, the soil transforms, richer, softer, and teeming with potential. This simple act sets the stage for a thriving ecosystem beneath our feet. Traditional compost feeds plants directly, like a ready meal. Cardboard, however, is raw carbon, food for the soil's living web, not the plants themselves. By laying cardboard, we feed fungi and bacteria, sparking a slow-release process that builds soil health. Fungi weave networks through the soil, transporting nutrients and binding particles into a crumbly, fertile structure. This method is a long-term investment, fostering relationships among worms, microbes and fungi. Unlike finished compost, decomposition happens in place, encouraging a bloom of life. The gardener simply sets the stage, then lets nature's architects do the work. Over time, the soil becomes more resilient, fertile and alive. Cardboard composting is patience rewarded, a foundation for a thriving garden. Imagine shrinking down beneath the cardboard. There, fungi arrive first, sending out hyphae to break down cellulose. Mycelium stitches cardboard to soil, launching the process of decay. Earthworms follow, consuming cardboard and aerating the earth as they go. Their castings enrich the soil, mixing decomposed material with minerals. Microbes join the feast, breaking down matter into humus, the dark, fertile heart of healthy soil. Each organism plays a role in this cycle, ensuring nothing is wasted. As the cardboard vanishes, the soil grows darker, richer and full of life. Weeds are suppressed, their remains adding to the mix. The cardboard is the catalyst, not the end, inviting a banquet of life that transforms the ground. What remains is a living, breathing community ready for new growth. Success starts with the right cardboard, plain, brown and free of coatings or heavy inks. Remove all tape, staples and labels. Only pure cardboard should touch your soil. Flatten boxes and overlap them like shingles, blocking sunlight to weeds. Soak the cardboard thoroughly. Moisture is key to kickstarting decomposition. Never lay it dry. Wet cardboard invites fungi and bacteria to move in. For a boost, sprinkle a thin layer of nitrogen-rich material, grass clippings, coffee grounds or organic fertilizer, on top. This balances the carbon-heavy cardboard, fueling microbial activity. The process is simple. Prepare, soak and layer. With these steps, you create the perfect environment for soil life to thrive. The groundwork is set for a flourishing, low-maintenance garden. Cardboard's overlapping layers block sunlight, effortlessly suppressing weeds. Unlike plastic, cardboard lets air and water through, keeping soil healthy and alive. In raised beds, a cardboard base stops weeds, feeds soil life, and retains moisture. Over time, decomposing cardboard builds rich, self-sustaining soil. Laying cardboard in autumn lets microbes work all winter, prepping beds for spring. In spring, simply cut holes for seedlings. Let the rest keep working. This method replaces backbreaking digging with a gentle, natural approach. It nurtures the soil's ecosystem, building resilience and fertility. The real secret cardboard partners with nature, creating a legacy of living soil. With patience and trust, we cultivate not just plants, but a thriving underground world.